I'm going to show you how to do a modified 4-stitch brioche decrease, which takes place over 2 rows. Normally when you do a brioche 4-stitch decrease, it's done on 1 row. Here's an example. This is a typical 4-stitch decrease, and it's a bit bulky. And I find that I prefer a slightly less bulky version of this decrease, so I've modified it a little bit so that you can do it over 2 rows. So first difference is it's less bulky. You can't feel it, but I can assure you it's less bulky, and also it creates a bit more of a taper. I use this stitch in 2 of my designs. This one is called the Showers Shawl, and it's done using Mud Punch's Vibrant Fingering Base. This color here is the Rain Showers colorway on the A side. It's color A, and the B side is in the colorway Pressure Zone. So that stitch is used in this pattern, and I also use it in my Fly a Kite Scarf design. And this is the yarn I'm going to show you. This is the pattern I'm going to show you to stitch with today. This yarn is by 3 Irish girls, and this is their Springville worsted in Let's Go Fly a Kite colorway, hence the name of the scarf on the A side. And the B side is the Cavan worsted, also by 3 Irish girls in Scottish Thistle. So here's the concept. First you work 3 4-stitch increases. Here they are, 1, 2, 3. And then you bring these together in a 4-stitch decrease. So in this case, we're using the modified 4-stitch decrease, which I'm going to show you how to make. So here we are, we're approaching I've already done 1 decrease here, modified decrease, just to show you what it looks like. Here are your increases, 1, 2, 3, and now here's your first decrease. You're going to do 2 more. You're going to bring these 5 stitches into 1, and then you're going to bring these 5 stitches into 1. So here we go. I'm working on the A side with color A. So you're going to be instructed to work your way across as you normally would in brioche with color A, slipping and a yarn over, and then a bark stitch or a brioche knit, slip, brioche knit, slip, yarn over, brioche knit. And so here we are. Yarn stays in the back. You're going to make what you would probably remember from knitting as a centered double decrease knitting, knitwise. Normally it's done with knit stitches. But here we're going to use a purl, a brioche knit, and a purl. So the way the stitch works is slip 2 knitwise. So slip this knit stitch and its yarn over, and the purl stitch beside it onto the right hand needle. Slip them knitwise. Knit the next stitch, which happens to be a purl. So knit that stitch, and then slip these stitches over. So making sure you take the yarn over, the purl, and the BRK1, the bark. So there we go. And then so now you've got 2 knit stitches side by side, and then you're going to knit and slip and bark and slip yarn over, and so on until you get to the end of the row. So that's step 1 of this decrease. So we're at the end of the row. And so you can see essentially what's happened is you have 3 knit stitches together. You've got rid of the 2 purl stitches. The next step is to bring these 3 stitches into 1, and that is going to take a couple of steps. So now you're working across with color on the A side with color B. So I'm going to get us to that spot. So on the B side, you're purling with color, burping with color B, slipping and doing a yarn over, and so on. So I'll just work my way across to these. So as you can see, I'm slipping the knit stitch and doing a yarn over, and then I'm brioche purling or burping. So here we go. Slip, yarn over, brioche purl, slip, yarn over, brioche purl, slip. So here we are. Now we're at these 3 stitches that are side by side. Normally you slip this one and purl the next one with or brioche purl, but the purl is gone. It's been eliminated. So instead, yarn is in front, slip 1, 2, those 3 stitches, and then do a yarn over all three. So bring it around the back and into the front again. Here we go. Brioche purl, slip one yarn over, brioche purl, slip one yarn over, and so on until you get to the end of this row. This has a 2-stitch selvage, so you're going to slip and slip the color A. So that's the color A side. So here's the final step. You're now on the color B side. You can see you've got these 3 stitches and their yarn over. We're going to deal with them now. So we're starting the color B side, but working with color A first. In this particular pattern, you knit the first stitch, purl the next stitch. Here we go. Slip, brioche purl, slip one yarn over, brioche purl, slip one, and so on, until you find yourself at those 3 stitches with their yarn over. Here we are, slip, and now here they are. So this is the working yarn, it's still in front, bring it behind. So take the first stitch, slip it knitwise. Take the second stitch, slip it knitwise. You're essentially doing a centered double decrease purlwise, except in brioche. So you slip these 2 knitwise, you put them back on the needle. So basically you've just reversed, you've made them backwards. Now you're as if you're purling 2 together through the back loop. So you bring your right hand needle through the back of these 2 stitches, take them off the left hand needle, and then put them back. So basically you've first made them backwards, then you've twisted them. Whoops. So I'll do it again. Backwards, backwards, through the back, twist. Now you're going to knit these 3 stitches, or sorry, brioche purl these 3 stitches together and the yarn over. So you slip them, the right hand needle through all 3 stitches, making sure to catch the yarn over, brioche purl them, and then pull them off the needle. And then you continue to the end of the row. Slipping, brioche purling, slipping, brioche purling, etc. And then eventually you're going to work across with color B. This is what it looks like. So now you've turned 5 stitches into 1 over 2 rows. So that's that. That is the modified 4-stitch decrease, brioche decrease.